It's been over a decade since I left India to work abroad. And I get this question all the time. Do I regret it? Was moving abroad actually worth it? Would I do it all over again? Or do I plan to return to India? Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Happy Host. When I first left India, I was very excited. A new country, new career, new opportunities. But over the years, I faced challenges which I never saw coming. And as a young girl who had led a sheltered life in India, my journey has been anything but easy. So, do I regret it? In this video, I'm going to share my raw, unfiltered experiences, the good, the bad, and the truth about working abroad as an Indian professional. But before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're already supporting me, thank you so much. Please continue to show your support. Now, let's rewind a little. Why did I even decide to move abroad? So, I had a comfortable life in India. I was working in Kolkata back then. I had a stable job, great friends, and the unbeatable privilege of living close to my family. But deep down, I always had the urge to explore beyond my comfort zone. And like many Indian professionals, I also dreamed of working abroad. The idea of an international career, better salaries, and the Western way of life was very exciting, though this was not something which I pursued aggressively. So when I got the opportunity to move to New York in US within a few years of my first job, I had my initial dilemma, but then later on I accepted it. And at that time I thought, this is it. My life is now going to change forever. Leaving behind my family, my friends, and comfort zone was not easy. But I was young, I had stars in my eyes, and the chance to see the world on my own merit outweighed the other challenges. So I made the decision, I left everything familiar behind, and stepped into the unknown. But was it all as I had imagined? And that is when reality hit me. So, like I said, I will share with you both the good and the bad of my experiences working abroad. Let me start with the positives first because there are quite a few. The first, of course, will be my career growth and the exposure. The kind of exposure that I got in New York is something I could have never imagined in India. It gave my career a boost, and I landed my next prestigious job, which enabled me to work from London. And eventually, I got my current job through which I'm based in Europe for the last 7 years. Working across multiple international locations with colleagues from all over the world, different cultures and communities, having a global network, and new ways of thinking opened doors that I never knew existed. And all these international exposures also helped me climb the corporate ladder. On the personal front as well, I have grown tremendously. Living alone in a foreign country has taught me independence in a way nothing else could. From cooking my own meals to managing my entire household to my expenses, traveling solo across countries, all this has taught me to be truly self reliant. Financially, as well, I have become much stronger because I earn more here than I would have in India. And I mean this in rupee terms because I keep sending a bulk of my savings back to my bank account in India. And with the corpus that I built from my income abroad, I was able to buy my own house when I was in my early 30s, and that too without any monetary support from my family. So that is something which I'm really proud of. I have lived in some of the best cities of the world which offer top quality of life, and that experience has been phenomenal. From infrastructure to the comforts of daily life, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to live all that. But let's face it, it's not all perfect. And there are a lot of things that I have to deal with as a trade off. The first thing is the pain of being away from your family. No matter how amazing life abroad is, nothing replaces the void of being alone and so far away from your family. I speak to my family every day, but a phone call is not the same as being around them. I miss them on festivals when the entire family are together and I'm the only one joining over video call. I'm alone on my birthdays. I celebrate my successes alone. And when I'm sick, I nurse myself back to health. These are moments which will never come back. And at times, I think to myself, is this the price that I'm paying for staying abroad? Making friends and building a social network from scratch in a new country is not easy. I have struggled to make friends with locals in every country that I have lived in. Well, they are all very polite and professional, but they do not really include you into their friend circle. Of course, there are Indians everywhere, and we do have a good social network with Indians in all the countries. But most of these relationships are superficial because we barely know much about each other. I had never realized how much I would miss Indian festivals and crave for authentic Indian street food or festive treats when I'm abroad. Frying frozen samosas at home or microwaving pani puris does not really generate the same feeling. And let's face it, discrimination exists. Well, not everybody is like that, but there are pockets where some are subtle about it, some are very direct. There are stereotypes about Indians, most of it very negative and unfounded. And as an example, you can read some of the messages on my previous videos, which will give you an idea of the negativity and the discrimination that Indians face when they are abroad. It hurts and it makes us even more isolated. So, even though I've been living abroad for more than 10 years, to me, it doesn't feel like home. I know I'm here on a job, but I could never really integrate with the cultures and communities in these places. I am and I always will remain an outsider, irrespective of how many years I spend in these places. So, do I regret leaving India? Well, there are days when I feel on top of the world, when I've achieved something in my career, when I've won an award, when I travel to a new country for work, when I experience the freedom that I've always wanted. But then there are days when the silence is too loud, too depressing, and loneliness creeps in. No matter how much I justify my decision, there's always this voice in my head which keeps asking, am I missing out on the things that truly matter just to pursue a better career? The truth is, there's no perfect answer. Every choice has its trade offs. Leaving India has given me the opportunities which I could never have imagined. The experiences I have gained, the person I have become, it's all because of that decision that I took. So, do I miss India? 100%, every single day. Do I regret leaving India? Well, maybe a little. Do I plan to return to India? Absolutely yes, because that is where I belong. If you are moving abroad, just know this. Life will not always be easy. But if you do it for the goals that you have set for yourself and you're prepared for the ups and downs, then no matter where in the world you are, you will always be able to make it work. With that, I take your leave. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and like, share and comment on this video. Hope to see you again next week with a new topic. Till then, bye-bye.